point of the movie is not to be believable.
Oh yeah,
at all.
And that's
None
what
of it
makes
makes any
funnier,
sense
because you know that it can't really be based in reality, so it gives you permission to be like, this is funny.
Yes,
I can laugh because I know that none of this is like
correct. And exactly at the end scene,
and that's why it's perfect.
The end scene. Oh my god.
So good. So good.
I think my mother would love it. I think
everybody watch Bottoms with your family. Really, really fun for the whole fam, dude.
It is if they're not homophobic.
How does Katya do it? I can't do it. I can't thwarp the way she does.
Is that what it's called?
They call it a thwarp, where she like opens the fan dramatically.
I love her. I can't believe
that
I didn't know.
It's okay.
I'm a big fan, I guess.
It's okay.
I didn't know the one term.
That's fine.
Okay.
You should pull up the list, because we're gonna forget.
Yeah, no, I already have something in mind. So
good.
You said wigs?
Yeah, we talked about TXT.
Speaking of drag wigs.
Speaking of drag, let's talk about K-pop one more fucking time.
One more time. Let's go.
Run it back. I recently saw on Twitter or TikTok or somewhere that the blonde pictures of TXT we viewed a couple episodes ago, some of them were wigs. Not all of them.
And how did you feel about that?
I don't want to say betrayed. No, I think some of them were blonde. Like, I know Kai was actually blonde because they dyed his hair blue or whatever.
They abused that man.
I'm sure Sugan was blonde, and then they dyed it like that brownish cherry color or whatever they did. So, like, I think half of them were blonde, and then half of them dead-ass had wigs.
How do you feel about brown cherry Sugan?
I don't mind it. I'm going to be honest. I still think dark hair Sugan is the best. He looks incredible, though. Also, I think
he'll say that about anything. Anything that Sugan does.
But he's looking gaining confidence, and I think that's nice for him.
Gaining? Was he not already confident?
He was, like, kind of shy and, like, humble, and now I think he's just, like... Because he's, like... They rated him, like, the number 3 most handsome man in Korea or something. And then he went on Running Man, and they were like, they said that about you. Did you always get that growing up? That you were really handsome? And he just went, yeah. I get that a lot. Like, bro's not being humble anymore. I'm like, you know what?
You know what? I love that. I love that. Bring that back. Bring that back.
I kind of want an ego.
Honestly, can I say something? That pisses me off more than anything is when the hottest bitch that you've seen, like that girl that we saw when we were driving over here, hot girl, hot.
Hot girl summer came early for her.
She had these like gray. She influenced me and just standing there, she influenced me. Where I was like, oh, I need a pair of those gray yoga pants. Stat tomorrow delivered. I need them for myself.
Wow.
We need a twin. We can go to the gym together.
Real.
I can help you out. We can do Pilates. I'm envisioning
a life with her. Which is what straight men must experience when they see a beautiful woman. Is that they're picturing the farmhouse.
And there you go.
Yeah.
The farmhouse is terrible. That's what you picture first. You're like, let's lock her fucking down.
Straight white people love like a farmhouse style home, and it's all white and gray, light gray.
That is true.
And it has no character,
can I be honest, though?
not an ounce of warmth.
They always got almonds. They always got cashews, and it's always in containers that look just like this.
Yeah, no,
their pantry is away.
They don't have normal Tupperware. They don't have normal Tupperware.
No,
they have crazy Tupperware.
Crazy Tupperware that you can only dream to afford.
It costs about $400 at a what's it called? Home Good? No.
You're thinking Home Good.
What's the bougie one?
There's so many. La Crusette. La Crusette is
La Roche Pussy. La Roche Pussy or whatever.
We're just like saying random French brands that
we're
have
just
nothing.
The
to
iPad
do
baby's coming out. We're just doing word association. We're not even actually talking.
Cat, dog.
We're just saying words.
Carrot. Okay, wait. Try to think of a wait.
Let's do word association. Yes. I'll give you a word and you say the first thing that comes to your head.
Okay. Are we trying to say it at the same time?
No.
Okay, so give me any word at all.
We'll do a couple. Subin.
Changbin? They have no relation. They're just Korean names. I mean, they're both Stray Kid Changbin.
Baggy jeans.
NCT.
Oh.
This is easy. This is too. I'm too linear.
Bootleg.
Jobless?
You said, I don't know who's wearing bootcut jeans. Jobless people. No one with a regular paycheck would be fucking wearing bootcut jeans.
But I have a pair.
That's what I'm fucking saying. I've watched you thrift pairs of bootcut jeans.
Why? Why, you might ask?
Let's
am
dive
I wearing
into
a bootcut jean? Well, Something about working in a healthcare adjacent setting,
Health research,
medical research setting area is we're surrounded by millennials, and
The horror of it all.
that's just what it is. I mean, that's just any workforce. I mean, he's just saying like
That's every
it's
job
just, like,
is being
every
surrounded
single
by
job.
millennials.
I mean, truly,
low key.
Because I mean, they are just a few years.
They're
older
all
than
employed.
Us. Yeah.
What else would they be doing?
Okay, so bootcut jeans, specifically ones that have the nice V in the back. That's truly what I'm looking for. I don't care if it's bootcut. I don't care what
V in the back. Do you mean the waistband has like a little like?
So let me explain.
Cutout?
Let me explain. So there's different types of jeans and how they're cut, and a lot of the backside of the jean is straight across.
You mean the seam?
The seams. The seams.
I see.
Now some.
Stay with me here.
Like the infamous. That's just famous. What the fuck? They didn't kill anyone. It's a fucking Levi wedgie jean. Have you ever heard of that? A Levi wedgie jean? Crazy name.
Yeah.
But they have the most extreme example of a seam going in a V.
Okay.
It like frames your ass in such a way.
No, it's like the TikTok leggings with the butt crack ruche.
Yes.
It's like that, but for jeans.
But for jeans.
But for jants. Yeah.
For jean pants.
You ever worn a joutfit? Whole jean outfit? Jean on jean on jean. I mean, the shoes aren't jean. It is like...
Oh, sorry, my bad.
No, you're only one piece of jean, so not really.
That's true, but okay, well, that's a good question. If you're one piece of full jean,
if it was a
jean
jumpsuit,
outfit?
I guess. No, listen.
The delusion.
It has to have long sleeves and long pants. It has to be one huge ass piece of jean fabric.
Okay.
I think people would say
adjacent.
it is, but I feel like it doesn't count.
So I have to have like
if you're wearing a button-up jean shirt underneath, yeah, it's a job.
That's a job.
If it's more than two separate items of jean clothing together,
outfit.
Yeah.
So honestly,
but
where are the jean shoes?
Not to be confused.
Where are the
Not to be confused. We spent too long talking about Attack on Titan last week for you to be asking that question. That was so funny. Oh my god. Okay, but not to be confused, what was I saying? We're talking about a top two pieces of jean makes a joutfit. But if it's jean pants and jean jacket, that doesn't count because that's a Canadian tuxedo. It's a different thing.
That's a completely different thing.
So it's be a jert and jants. Or a jert and jorts.
Or
a jert and a jert.
Jert and a jert.
Jert squared.
Jert squared.
Which, is that its own thing? The jert fit?
Jert. Wait, how do you do the fucking jert fit? I want NCT to be wearing more jert fits this next comeback.
Honestly, yeah.
Oh my god. Speaking of crazy outfits.
Speaking of jert fits.
Let me show you this one picture. Do you remember the One Direction chokeholds?
I mean, just being 11.
Just being 11. Did you have a One Direction?
Yeah. Guess who my favorite was? I think we had the same favorite.
Was it Niall?
Yeah.
Oh, I love Niall. Yeah. Oh, I love Niall.
And remember when he had really fucked up teeth? I loved him back when he was truly Irish.
True. It made him more endearing. I like a little bit of a fucked up teeth. I have a friend.
How's Bailey's dentistry looking?
Oh god.
Is he fucked up enough for you, or is he too perfect?
No, he has this thing which I really like. It's not fucked up. I don't think his teeth are fucked up. I think his teeth.
Me going, ours teeth fucked up, and then you being like, no, his teeth. Oh wait. I shouldn't sound too excited. I don't want everyone to think he has fucked up teeth.
He doesn't.
But it's okay for you to fucked up. You're
That's true.
Too.
You can have fucked up teeth. It's fine. I like it. But he doesn't.
She prefers it that way.
I do, but but he doesn't. What he has, I like unique teeth. Is a better way of saying that.
I don't want them normie teeth.
I feel like mine are almost normie, but there's like a little bit of imperfection which I like. So with his teeth, he has these incisors.
Mm-hmm.
They're like extra sharp.
Oh, he has like wolf teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's hot. God, I wish. Just imagine having fangs.
He does.
Or tusks like a walrus.
He literally does. Okay, you made it worse. You made it terrible.
No, not for him. I just said imagine if I had that.
Fangs / tusks of walrus.
No, because we're doing
woolly mammoth in the winter.
Can you imagine?
being a woolly mammoth.
Can you imagine having teeth so long that they went through and like you could see like they stuck out?
Oh no, that would be crazy.
Imagine that.
That should piss me off.
You have to get that shit like filed.
I would have to file it.
Yeah.
For sure. That would piss me off too much. Okay, let's go back to word associations. I'm gonna give you a couple.
Oh yeah, give me. I'm scared.
No.
Okay.
Rug.
Pants. I don't.
Rug pants.
I don't know.
Rug pants. Okay. Christianity.
Ew. I was gonna say ick. That's a better. If that's a real word.
The craziest thing is, you literally not even 6 months ago ran a camp. Christian lovers.
Consented to volunteering again because I did it. I went there a lot as a child and have good memories associated. I would not join a new group of Christian people and join their church.
Okay, that's interesting.
I'm locked in where I'm at, and that's probably gonna be it for me. Like once this is done, I don't think I see myself really like going to church much and stuff.
Did you ever go to church in college?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Not a single fucking time.
You mostly did it because it was like the social aspect of the place.
Yeah, because I grew up with those kids, and then like we were all like they were funny. Honestly, some of the funniest people I've met are from. Like I don't know, it just breeds funny people. I guess just that church.
Interesting.
But I don't know. So yeah,
I feel like people that were formerly in churches.
Important question: did you go to the YMCA day camp as a child?
No.
Because I feel like people end up fucked up or they're funny.
I know what
I
what you're talking about though. I actually I used to work at the volunteer. I used to volunteer at the YMCA.
Wow.
A lot at the kids center. Yeah, no, it wasn't really like patriotic or anything. Like
patriotic.
I wasn't.
You weren't doing it for community service. They paid you?
No, I wasn't doing. Okay, I was doing it for community service, but it was because I was in NHS. You remember NHS? So that was like one of the main.
Volunteer.
That was like one of the. Oh, bitch! Oh my god, that was the main thing. That was like the main thing about NHS. You gotta have like 200+ hours every year. That was the main aspect.
Where was I volunteering?
I don't know.
I know hospital? I did it. Maybe they counted my mission trip.
That's probably
from the
what
summers.
It was. That's probably
because every summer I did the like Pittsburgh mission trip, and we drove out there or whatever. It was a week long. Correct. It was like 40 hours of work.
And that's.
Oh my god! Wait, no, it was so easy because I had 160 hours from camp. Then I only had to volunteer for 40 more.
Right.
And I like occasionally would go sort books in Milwaukee.
There it is.
And that was like I don't know. What else did
I had to diversify a lot more.
Else.
So I was doing that, which was a fucking shit show. And then I was like, you know what? Let me work with kids for 4 more years. Because they're fun. They're fun to work with.
Fun little guys.
They are fun little guys. They say
like
the craziest shit. The craziest shit you've ever heard in your life. You get so much tea about their families' lives sometimes. I'm not even looking for it. Hey, I like your shoes. Yeah. My stepmom gave them to me because my dad flushed my first pair down the toilet. What? Oh.
That's cool.
Interesting. Interesting. Yeah. Also, my brother hates me. He hits me every day. Oh. How old is he? 1. Huh.
Were you a mandatory reporter?
For a 1-year-old? No.
Oh.
Not for a 1-year-old.
Well, in general, did you have to do the training on being a mandatory reporter?
At that point, no, because I wasn't of age. I wasn't 18. I don't think you can be a mandated reporter when you're under 18. No, you're right. And I was a volunteer, so I wasn't working
crazy.
If you're not employed, I think I count as one now. But I work with geriatric patients, so it doesn't apply because mandatory reporting is only for children.
Under 18, yeah. It's for volunteering, working with, or being the guardian temporary.
Which I was not the sole. I was not the sole guardian. We always had staff.
Gotcha. Well,
they just were supplementary. Probably. Yeah, they definitely were.
Yeah, that training's always the worst part of volunteering with children because it's you just have to talk about some really not good shit.
Yeah.
And they're like, this could happen, and here's how you should handle it as the adult responsible for these kids' well-being.
Right.
And it's like, okay, that's great, but now I have to we have to be reminded that there is a world in which these things happen to people.
What's interesting with that is that with mandated report training, which I have done for other jobs, sometimes it's like shit that you would think that you have to report, you actually shouldn't. That's the crazy shit. Where it's like, this is like definitely like a CPS situation. A lot of the times it's not. But you're like, this is still fucked up though. What do I do? But like, there's really nothing you can do beyond telling your supervisor about it.
Yeah.
Which is so interesting.
Yeah.
That works. There's like a lot of legal shit.
Shit's crazy.
Shit do be crazy.
Really do.
Shit do be crazy. So anyway, let's talk about JoJo Siwa. What about her? What's she been up to? My sister actually sent me a TikTok about her.
Did you see the clip about her? First of all, have you watched her song? I have not.
I have not either.
I'm afraid.
Should we watch the first 10 seconds? Should we do a reaction for the first 10 seconds?
I think it's going to hurt.
We can do a little screen.
I will say, though, there's a video of her in an interview trying to promote this song.
Which one? Because she has
one of her Karma
with Alex Earl?
I don't know. Is that the one with Karma? It's one where she's wearing the kiss makeup.
What I'm saying is she's with the kiss makeup. Yeah, the one
in
where
the weird outfit. You know what I'm talking about.
I know what interview.
The one.
Yep.
So she's like, whatever.
It's something. It's never
she
been done
basically
before.
says, yeah, I'm doing something completely new. It's never been done before. She, in another interview, said she told her producers she wanted to invent a new music genre, and they said, "Girl, what?" And she said, "Yeah, I know, gay pop." What?
Elton John didn't exist. He's dead. Actually,
Elton John,
never born.
Prince,
Prince,
Lady Gaga,
dead.
Most of what happened in the 90s and early 2000s. Girl, what?
Who's the first gay? Elvis, almost. Except he wasn't gay.
Real.
I'm sure those gay men loved
Beethoven.
Beethoven,
Raging.
gay as fuck.
Homosexual.
Raging. It's well documented. Anyway, I'm gonna pull that up.
There was once a really good EXO fanfic.
What the fuck
from
did you
back
say?
in the day on
Beethoven
AO3.
fanfic?
No, an EXO fanfic.
Oh. Okay.
But it was called On the Booze with Brahms, which is like a quote from like Tchaikovsky or something. And it's because Bacon plays the violin and he plays classical music. And he's like such a bitch.
Everyone loves Bacon so much.
Listen, me too.
I don't care that much. I think he's really good at what he does. I think he's a talented individual.
Listen. You gotta watch the Bambi dance practice from when he came back from the military and he was buff.
Sure, I will. What the hell is this?
He's got pipes. JoJo Siwa, Karma. Okay. I'm scared. Just turn the volume up. Let me hear it. I don't even need to see. I've heard the song's terrible.
Okay, sorry. We have to. Okay, well, we could have a whole discussion about the U.S. tax system. That shit pisses me off.
Is your brightness down?
I will check in 2 seconds. Oh, that's the opening? You know what it reminds me of?
Can I say something mean? Of course I can. I thought she was going to be better at singing.
No, she's never been good at singing.
I thought she was good. How is she a singer?
She's not.
Is she a dancer? Because I've seen the video of her dancing too.
She's a dancer. No, but that's like what she's. Here's what in defense. In defense. She was trained in more like classical.
Okay.
Movement.
So she'd eat up like a ballet lyrical number.
I think she would, and I
can feel that for her.
I think, especially with the dance practice, I think the music video she looks a little bit better than in the dance practice that like was circulating. The dance practice,
yeah,
she went,
it was a little rough.
It was like very much
uncoordinated.
It was
so high energy that we lost.
It's like
all coordination.
Yes, it reminds me a lot of like peak 2016 K-pop dance. Dance alongs that people would record, and sometimes people would just be going so hard where I'm like, I can't even distinguish the movements.
I don't even know what song you're dancing to anymore, bro.
Yeah, it was a lot. Fuck? But anyway, I don't know, the energy, good. I'm glad you're bringing the energy. Good, I guess.
Sure, I guess.
But I get worse dancers in the background.
Yeah.
Get worse dancers because
yeah, you can't have dancers better than you.
You can't. You can't have someone outdance you unless you're doing less or you're doing something different. If you're doing the same move, it doesn't make it. Unless you're adding like embellishment somewhere, it's just gonna look goofy.
Unless you're dancing differently for artistry and style,
that's
because you're putting your own flair on it.
Right.
If you're just not matching up with the dancers because you can't dance. I used to dance. I literally used to do dance.
Okay, my bad.
That good.
Oh.
Well, I did it. I joined when I joined, it was late elementary school, which is too late to join classical. dance genres.
They want you there
because they pump you out of the womb and then they put you straight into the ballet shoes and into the jazz shoes.
They really do.
And into the leotard.
They really do.
And you dance. And you dance until you were born. And then if you join later, you don't know all the French words. Because I shit you not, I'd be standing in class. I joined lyrical, jazz, and hip hop. And I'd be standing in lyrical class, and the teacher would just rattle off like 10 to 12 French words in order, and people would just start doing like the movements. And I was like, hey, I don't speak French. What the fuck is going on? And then everyone would be like, oh, you don't know what a plie
pussy is?
You don't know what La Roche pussy is? You don't know what a rendezvous? Attendez-vous? And then they spit on you, and you say, thank you. I'm so sorry. I won't ask again.
No, that does irritate me.
My mom was like, why do you need a leotard? You're not in ballet. And I said, well, no, because all the other girls wear a leotard and then a skirt. Or a leotard and then pants. So I also need to wear that. And she was like, why? And I was like, because I have to be like everyone else. I'm 11.
There is something
if I can't do this, I'll die.
There is something about being 11. There is something about being 11 and 12.
The clothing trends. Like, what did you buy, like, Birks because it was cool?
No,
that
wasn't when I was like 10 or 11. Birks were
It was like late middle school.
That was not a thing in like my area.
We were ahead of the trend, I suppose.
No, it wasn't that. Yeah, you were probably ahead of the trend. But like, I don't know if that many people in my area really wore Birks. I don't know if that was the thing. The thing that was the biggest when I was like 11 or 12 was like the transition from Justice to exclusively Aeropostale.
Oh, yeah, no, that's real.
Hollister. And so I was a Justice girl.
You're a Justice kid because you're a tween.
Yeah, and because it was very like it was age appropriate. Yeah,
it was perfect. And then you age out of Justice and you age out of NCT Dream.
Know.
You age out of Justice. You move up.
I had no idea because here's the thing: the only memories that I had of Aeropostale growing up was with my sister because she was like 4.5 years older than me. So we'd go into Aeropostale, Hollister, and it'd be a fucking meltdown. It'd be a meltdown because, of course, it was. Because
you're shopping as like a tween girl.
I mean, they like came out. They had statements in the Hollisters. The guy who was the CEO at the time.
He hated fat people. No, it was Abercrombie.
It was Abercrombie. You were right.
But those two brands
it was associated. Like yeah, they literally were.
Yeah.
It was associated, and he came out and he was like, "Yeah, we don't have fat people in our clothing. We don't offer certain sizes because we don't want fat people.
We don't want you in my fucking store."
Literally insane.
Yeah, we don't do an XXL because you shouldn't be shopping here.
Crazy because like it wasn't even XXL. It was like literally just XL.
Yeah.
They were like, we don't know if we want to go there. It was like, I'm sorry, people have like bodies. People have athletic bodies. People have big bodies. People have fat bodies. It's fine. Don't you want more people buying your shit? But it actually wasn't fine. So,
which is crazy because they've turned around now. Apparently, Abercrombie has a really good plus size section.
They do,
and also the trans guys love shopping at Abercrombie.
It's cute. We should go sometime. It is fun.
We should go sometime.
So a lot of them have flipped the script because they were like, "Oh, that's actually how we make money. That's actually how you get moolah."
It is true though. I feel like the beauty trend of like when we were that age was very much like skinny, real thin.
It was,
and it's
the transition.
Now it's changed to thick.
Well, that's the thing is because I was so ashamed of my sister said to me one time, "You have a bubble butt," and I literally started crying because she told me I had a bubble butt. That's insane. If someone said that now to me, I'd be like, "Thanks, girl."
Society wronged you.
Thanks, girl. Well, yeah, because everyone wanted a flat ass.
Everyone wanted flat everything.
Flat everything. Stanley. Everyone wanted to be flat Stanley. And oh my god, do you remember the Miss Me jeans? Do you remember the Miss Me jeans?
I don't know what that is.
Oh my god. So I guess we were more rural. I was more rural adjacent than you were because the Miss Me jeans were those jeans that you had to have pretty much flat ass in order to wear, and they were like low rise where the zipper was quite literally an inch. This is not even an exaggeration. The zipper was this, and it needed to be because that's how small the crotch area was, and the ass was like it had like a pocket. It was like a. It was a buttoned pocket.
Okay.
Bedazzled. So much bedazzled.
Just one pocket?
Two. It was two.
I remember the bedazzled ass pocket phase.
Those were called Miss Me jeans.
But I don't know if they were, they were pretty low rise.
They were so low rise.
That was not really, we were too at city adjacent.
That's what I'm saying. So it was so popular though. Yeah, yours would have come probably 6 years prior to that. Probably. The bedazzled jeans, early 2000s. For me, it was like early middle school. My sister was like later high school at that point. Oh my god, they were everywhere. And I remember going into these fucking stores, okay? Buckle was the main provider of them,
Yeah.
Buckle and Macy's. And all of those experiences were shit because like I wasn't even going in there to buy them because I bought shit at Justice and at fucking
So
in
you
JCPenney's
just went
kids
in to watch your
section.
sister cry
Essentially. And so
in the fitting room.
and so when I made the transition from like Justice to Aeropostale, whatever, I was like terrified because it's like, oh my god,
you're entering the war zone. You're dropping
right.
in.
I'm
to
like,
Urzikstan.
I'm gonna cry. Like that's a guarantee that I'm gonna cry.
You're being sent to the gulag.
Right. I was
Literally.
being sent to the gulag. I was working
every day.
Yeah, in that fucking dressing room, and you're sweating by the end of that.
Sweating, crying.
Oh my god, you're sweating.
God, you just want to die. Yeah, no, it's so real.
And because the thing is, like, you can be whatever size, and it doesn't fucking matter because it's not going to be the size that like my sister grew up wanting to be, and I was like, oh my god, so I'm always going to be too big. What a weird.
I also think the way that your parents talk about their bodies and food and their appearance and stuff,
it is super toxic.
Very much like influences how you view it.
Because they grew up in the 70s. They grew up in the 70s and 80s, and the 70s was like that was the whole thing, being real fucking thin as well. Crazy.
Real. It's real shit.
So there was always these diets of like, gotta go keto, and then everyone's like, God, I fucking hate this. We only can eat the 100 calorie snacks.
We can eat meat with lettuce wrapped around it. Thank God.
God, I hate the lettuce
flavor. Like, girl.
The fucking
eat the fucking bun.
The thins. Do you remember the multi-grain thins to eat sandwiches on that were like 100 calories? Do you remember those? Disgusting.
We didn't have those.
Disgusting. But that was the only thing I could get my sandwich on. It was 100 calorie thins. I was like 9.
I remember I remember
fuck?
growing up and I would eat the same snacks that my mom bought because we both kind of liked them, I guess. Or they were there and I liked them.
Because they were there. Because they were the Fiber One brownies and shit.
She would buy the Fiber One brownies.
God, those slap though.
And the Weight Watchers, like Oreo thin. They're like the chocolate cookies that are shaped like a hexagon.
Yes, and they have like sugar on it. And like, this is not a fucking Oreo.
Yeah, it's a little wafer.
And the whole thing is, guess what?
Crystal of sugar.
I'm going back for 3 more packs.
Yeah.
So it's not only bullshit because like I don't want this fucking chocolate I wouldn't even say it's a chocolate wafer. It's essence of chocolate. It's the LaCroix.
It's like dark cocoa
wafer.
Yeah.
There's barely anything there with the little sugar crystals. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Like, fuck you, dude.
I hate that shit.
Oh my god. No, it's so real. And I would just eat that growing up.
There's this thing on Instagram now too where there are these like keywords for like a lot of weight loss things on Instagram that a lot of people are like engaging with, and one of the like keywords is like mommy tummy. Do you want to get rid of that mommy tummy before summer? And everyone has the secret. This is my secret. Comment mommy tummy. Comment blah, blah, blah. Well, I fucking come to your house.
No, they turn into the seagulls from Finding Nemo. Mine.
Literally. And it is
mommy
so
tummy?
irritating. And they just capitalize off of these people's insecurities. And what's so interesting is like
Curtis and I were literally talking about this earlier today.
Oh my god!
About how like there's literally we've gone from a trend of like just like following whatever the trend is to now we are online and every possible platform, in every possible way, we are just continuing to dig further and further to try and find more and more things wrong with our body that we can fix.
Oh my god!
With something like every post is like
literally
the wrinkle-free, the anti-wrinkle straw. Like, drink out of this. Like, does anyone else do that? Like, oh, you guys aren't, like...
Botox?
Yeah. Like,
I'm actually...
wearing the thing to make your chin flat.
I'm going
like,
to
on your
bring
head, you
a
look like
gun.
pigment. Like,
and I'm going to set myself on fire.
Like, what the fuck are we doing, guys?
It's so crazy.
And then
I saw something the other day.
There's body positivity, but it's barely alive anymore. And instead, we have, like...
Well, this comment pisses me off.
It's changed.
This comment pisses me off. I see this comment sometimes, and I'm like, you can actually go die. And I'm being so... I know it sounds dramatic when I say that.
Being so for real.
I'm being pretty real. There's this comment when it's like people like being like, oh, I'm proud of myself. Like I used to be like, 800 pounds and now I'm like 200. And someone's like, I lost like 600 pounds. And the first fucking comment is like, now this is real body positivity.
Yeah, those people should all die.
What are you talking about? It's like, can people just like live? Like, that's the whole point of the body positivity
That's the whole point
movement.
of the internet. People can't just fucking live. They can't.
Yeah. Someone's like, this is like a food I like to make. Actually, this is terrible for everyone, and you should die.
Your arms look weird. Okay.
Okay, and I was making a fucking sandwich.
I was making a burrito. Shut the fuck up. Like,
I was trying to teach you how to make pesto, and somehow my cooch looks weird in the
yeah,
camera.
like,
what are you talking about? Yeah.
No, it's so real, and that yeah. I don't know, how did we get here?
Jojo Siwa.
Oh, I think we were doing word association.
We were. Do you want one more?
Yeah, give me one more.
We can wrap
this part up.
Okay. Let me think of something.
Let me think of something. 45 seconds of uninterrupted.
Strawberry.
Sunday.
Right. Sunday morning.
No, there's a song called Strawberry Sunday.
Oh, really?
By Dojae Jung, and I was listening to it earlier today, and that's why I thought of that.
Okay, guys, go listen to it. We already have 2 songs on this.
Welcome back to the balcony.
Welcome
episode,
back.
I don't remember, which is crazy, because...
Probably 4? 5?
Probably
5.
4. Wait.
4 or 5?
5, for sure.
Yes,
I edited 4 the other day.
Last week's was insane. Guys.
We made it through the torrential downpour.
It is like quite literally night and
day. And yeah. Well, I mean, we knew this would happen. We knew this was coming. I'm just surprised we actually made it here. Because the amount of times the weather's like, no, it's going to be so nice on the weekend, dude. I know that you work during the week.
Yeah, that's the weather app.
It's going to be so nice this weekend. It's going to be so nice. It's going to be 70 and sunny. And then fucking Friday comes around and I'm off work and I wake up and it's sleeting and 45 fucking degrees.
Wow,
on my day off! And then the whole weekend's cold and then it warms up during the week. And I'm at work and I'm like...
Right.
No, so
all
cool.
Day. You're at work like all day.
Sitting inside.
You start at 10, right?
9.
Damn. It's not even a good time to start.
No, I wish we started earlier. I wish we did 8 to 6, not 9 to 7. Like, fuck.
Yeah,
I will say though,
is way better.
Despite the weird hours and whatever, the 4-day work week is superior.
It does slay.
We should follow Europe. We should do this.
A 4-day work week is really good.
You know?
But here's the thing. I work hybrid.
The EU is winning right now.
Which, by the way, working hybrid is stressful.
Yeah, I used to do it during COVID.
Can I be honest?
Well, actually, post-COVID still, it was bad.
Being on, or...
being online... Having like, yourself appear as though you are online. And
that's
available.
Like a full-time job.
No, because even when you're slacking off when you're working at home, you're still paranoid.
Oh yeah,
about so them finding anxiety. Out. Yeah, like, you're crippled with anxiety.
It's like, can I please just make this in peace? Like, why are we?
Can I cook this fucking sandwich?
12:32.
Even yeah, stop, dude. During COVID, when I worked the phone line from home because it was dark times. And we had like this fucking thing on our computer, which I had to like Google and follow a 12-step PDF on how to uninstall it. My computer, I'd like you to know. Cisco Jabber, fuck you guys.
Fuck Cisco.
Why can't I delete you from my computer? I did it now, but it's better. I had to follow up with thing. Anyways, during that time, I would do the phone. I would clock in and work my little phone shifts from home.
Yeah.
On the computer online, but I would literally because you just waited for people to call you and you just answer their questions.
That's true.
So I could do it on my laptop. So I would literally lay in bed and just be on the laptop waiting for a call. And then, I'll be so honest, one time I played Overwatch for almost a whole shit. And then every time I got a call, I would just alt-tab and be like, hi, what can I help you with? Yep, they're closed because it's COVID. Thank you.
God, can we talk about...
I'd tab back in and be like, AFK warning, and I'd be like, sorry. And then I'd like get back to playing Ana and I'd be sniping people. It was bad. I shouldn't have done that.
I know, you really let down
your teammates. It was a dark time.
Oh
no.
During COVID was so peak. The first Overwatch, not second Overwatch.
Honestly,
Overwatch.
It was fun during COVID. For me, the peak was like 2018, 2019.
You're right.
I played so much at that time. Fun. It was just my peak of playing. It was my like solo me time game.
It's like one of the only games that I enjoy watching people play and playing myself. When it comes to that style of game.
Yeah, you're a solo gamer, not an online
right.
PvP gamer.
Yes, correct.
And I'm almost exactly the opposite.
I know.
I've played very few campaigns. I've played Life is Strange all the way through back in high school.
Interesting. Yeah, you would.
I've played a couple COD campaigns, which doesn't really count, but it is a single player playthrough story game.
Have you played
Final Fantasy VII Remake?
Have you played what's the one where he wakes up in the bunker? and then it's like 1950s vibes.
Fallout?
Have you played
No,
Fallout?
I have not.
Bailey
They're coming out
loves
with a
it.
new one. They're coming out with they're redoing New Vegas or something. I don't know.
Oh,
They're
that's
redoing
smart.
one of the old games and for the newer consoles, and they're pretty much just actually remaking it the same and then adding a couple little
I
extra
like
parts.
that.
So it's nice that they're re-releasing it, and they're not making people pay for it, which is cool.
Well, because new, I know what one you're talking about, New Vegas.
One of the new ones.
Well, that game is specifically like, yeah, you need like a really old console in order to play it. That like pretty much like is out of
obsolete
commission
now.
at this
Yeah,
point. So it's like, okay,
they're re-releasing it.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that'd be really fun.
It's so nice of them.
Yeah, I like that.
So we are going to play a game where we choose characters from shows, movies,
right,
anime mostly, probably,
right,
K-pop, from a realm of something, a field of some sort, and then we'll pin them against someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Are we deciding what kind of competition, or are we just going to do it based on the question?
Or
is it just who you like
fight?
better?
No, it should just be fight.
Fight? Okay.
Like
it's a fight club.
It's a fight.
They're fighting
in one universe, though.
Gotcha.
In one of the universes we can choose.
Yeah.
And it's a fight club, yes.
Okay.
To the death.
Okay, so you're picking
Levi, and okay, this will be fun. Nanami from Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't know.
Are we? Whose universe are we in? Because if we're in a universe without cursed energy, I'm so sorry.
We're in Attack. Okay, but
if we're in Attack on Titan, I think Levi wins.
Okay, we're in Attack on Titan. We're in Attack on Titan. We're just in an arena. There's nothing
it's just hand-to-hand
to defend.
Combat.
It's just hand-to-hand combat.
I think Levi wins.
Interesting. Because Mr. Nanami knows anatomy just as well as Levi does.
Yeah,
that's
I don't
his
think it's
entire
about anatomy.
skill. That's his entire skill, though.
I think it's. I think that Levi's just
quicker?
scrappy enough. He's so fucked up. He's literally their strongest soldier. He's the Gojo
Mikasa,
of
because
this.
Mikasa's stronger than Levi.
Sure, but he's essential. I mean, yeah, if they're equal, which I feel like they kind of are, he's basically the Gojo of this universe. And if by that hierarchy, I still think he beats Nanami, even if we take that part out.
I just feel like they work with very similar blades, and that's why I think he's faster. Each other.
I think he's faster.
That's true, especially because it feels like the cursed energy is no longer there.
He probably has more fighting experience time-wise, because like Nanami has a fight every I don't even know how many days or weeks. You know, like he has to go fight a guy, and then he doesn't for a bit, probably.
Interesting.
So like. And Levi's just, since he was literally born in like the slums of the underground,
he did have to fight
he's been
humans
fighting for
a
his
lot.
Fucking life with a knife as a child.
My other thing was like, he's used to fighting, titans.
He also fought Zeke, and won.
That's true.
Debatably, we think he won. That he low-key won that one fight, and then he killed him later. So, by that logic too, he can beat someone of a way bigger weight class.
That's
no
true.
Fucking problem.
That's true.
Yeah, he won of ODM gear and he won of swords, but I don't think he needs it.
Well,
truly.
What about in Jujutsu Kaisen world?
If we're in Jujutsu Kaisen world, does Levi also have cursed energy?
That's what my next question was going to be. What would his cursed energy be?
I think it would be really cool as an homage to like his, tough life growing up and how he like came from the underground and whatever. He used to like have a knife that he would always like bring around with him. If he had something with like a poisoned weapon or something,
like a cursed knife,
or something.
So he's like a cursed weapons specialist.
Yeah, I could see that for sure.
I could see that. Yeah. What are there other characteristics about him that are great? He's pretty like loyal as well. Levi's pretty loyal. Does that mean anything in the Jujutsu Kaisen world? Pain.
It means you're gonna have a bad time when all your friends start dying.
But Levi's used to that though.
I also very much could see Levi as a teacher at Jujutsu High. It's very much in the same way that Aizawa teaches the My Hero Academia class. Like he's very like grumbly, like, oh, I fucking hate this, but he actually cares about the kids, and also is a good teacher, and also is really incredibly strong.
Gojo's just a terrible teacher. Can we talk about that? Gojo's a fucking shit teacher. He does not teach shit.
Yeah.
He's just like, watch this shit. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to expand this domain. You're not going to be able to do this. Not at all.
Follow along, but you will not be able to do this for
at
least 4 more years.
And you, maybe not even then.
Dude, and you also might die, but, like, I won't let that happen, so don't even worry about it.
Watch this shit.
Like,
that's
no, he just flexes on people and then is like, okay, that was good enough for today. And they're like, good, we didn't learn
anything. That's
he's
why
like,
Megumi's a dumbass.
That's why Megumi tries to summon Mahagora every episode. Because he's like, I don't know how to do anything else. All I know how to do is the fucking hand signs.
That's it.
Bloods or Crips. That's what Gojo and I learned. We've worked on nothing else in the first year at this fucking school.
No, he's actually crazy.
And then he puts a twink next door, and I hate my life. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was our decision. Levi wins. Levi wins. Both worlds. He wins. Okay. You next characters.
I don't know how we're gonna make this work.
We'll make it work.
Armin from Attack on Titan.
I'm familiar with him.
And Oikawa from Haikyuu.
Oikawa, 100%. I don't know what universe we're in. I don't care. Oikawa, if you gave him Titan energy, bitch. If you gave him Card Titan, he'd eat. He would fucking eat Armin.
On his hands and knees.
He'd seduce Armin first, then eat his ass up.
Real.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. I will.
Armin's a bitch. I'm sorry. I don't care.
I've seen some shit. But he's a mastermind. Oh, they're both masterminds, though.
About Armin.
If this is a battle of wit, I really don't know who wins. Because, like, Oikawa's very. Really?
Not being a bitch.
You just don't like a man with a bowl cut. It's not his fault he looked like that. People were dying. You think there were hairdressers? They should have shaved his head. That would have been better.
Let me think
about that fucking straw bowl cut.
He was smart. He was can I say something?
He figured out who Annie was.
He also just seemed really smart as well because everyone else on that fucking island
incredibly stupid.
Was literally illiterate.
Probably because they're like inbred or whatever. I don't know, man.
Inbred, illiterate, and they didn't know
they don't know jack shit.
They were like, why do these huge titans look like humans? Why do they?
I wonder.
I don't know.
And he was like, guys, I think maybe like. He solved the whole thing with who the mole was, figured out who the female Titan was, figured out who like what the walls were made of. Like he had the theory.
But imagine
he's basically done all the work.
But imagine him on a volleyball
But imagine him trying to serve. Are you kidding me?
That's what I'm saying. He can't. That wrist is
too limp.
It's
too limp to spike a ball.
Back.
But he could be a setter. I could see him being a setter. He's the mastermind. He wants Eren and Mikasa to shine. You know.
No, we are not putting Eren Mikasa in this world. That is not how it happens.
Who would be the libero from Attack on Titan? Like I need to know.
I feel like it has to be Mikasa or Levi. Levi's so short.
It's not about height.
Quick.
It's about vibes.
Okay, who?
Connie. He extreme.
But I feel like that's also because Connie and the fuck is the
Nishinoya?
They get compared all the time.
I was really gonna say which one of them would win in a fight to death.
Oh yeah, I forgot that's what.
Because I kind of think Connie would win.
You're picking all Attack on Titan characters. Let's talk about that. Does someone have favorites? Oh. Does someone have favorites here? That's true though. Connie sucks. No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't.
He's consistent and like he's never been the top of the class, but he's always been like he was up in the top 10. Like bro was there.
He was there. I feel like we don't give him props enough.
Yeah, people just kind of forget about him, and yeah. And he's got some trauma, and I just don't know that Nishinoya has enough trauma to really pull through that fight. Because they're probably otherwise pretty equally matched.
So we can keep doing that. Or do you want me to set up another character?
Do you have another one in mind?
Let me think of hot women.
We could always switch to K-pop too.
Alright. Fucking Lisa from Blackpink. Versus I'm gonna put her against. Should I do K-pop again? No, you don't know that many K-pop girlies. Because Lisa's beating everyone in K-pop. I'm sorry. A fight to the death. Everyone in K-pop.
I feel like she can throw down.
What about Hwasa though? Hwasa's actually has some meat on those bones.
I think Hwasa wins. Just in a battle of strength there.
Yeah.
I think they both could throw down if they had to.
Just picturing that.
Cat fight. They both have long ass nails.
Both of them are so hot. We're going to decathalon of random skills. What would you do? What would you put on there?
So what exactly is a decathlon?
So a decathlon in like is like a track and field event in the Olympics, and it's like basically like crazy bitches do it because you have to do like a fucking javelin throw.
Oh, is it just all the track and field?
Running?
Okay.
Yeah, there's like you basically do every event in track and field. I mean, not every event, but you basically do every event.
Okay.
So if there was like a decathlon of skills, where do you think you would finish in like top 100 of people around the world?
What are the skills though?
That's what I'm saying. You have to come up with the skills.
I have something that gets me in the top 100.
Yes, of people. Okay, I'll assign some to you.
Oh, what you think I'd be good at?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, one, naming the year of pictures of Subin on Google Images.
Really? I don't think I'd be that good.
Okay, so
I didn't get into them until I could maybe order them, but like
okay, that's just one of the 10 skills. That's just one of them.
I guess I don't know.
So,
I don't know how good I'm feeling though.
Okay, well, how good do you think you would do against Bailey?
I mean, I guess if it's everyone.
That's
if everyone has to order photos of Subin.
That's what I'm saying.
Then I guess yeah, I'd win.
So if we were giving you 20 photo cards of Subin throughout the years, you'd have to order them.
I could maybe do it because if I could tell what comeback it's from.
That's what I'm saying.
I know the history, but I don't know what he looked like all the time.
So that's number one. Number two for you is putting shit on a pan and making it taste good.
Cooking?
Specifically sheet pan meals. Specifically sheet pan meals.
I could eat that up, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just what, vegetables and seasoning?
That's why you eat it up. That's why you eat it up.
Yeah, I think I could win that. Okay. I feel like I could chef, yeah.
Number three. Let me think one. Right.
Being late.
Being 15 to 19 minutes late.
Being predictably late. Because I recently, literally yesterday, I was told Teddy's going to pick you up at 5:15, and I said, okay. And that's what Annie told me, and I said, great. And then I went down at like 5:20, because they weren't there yet. Annie was waiting outside, and I sat with her, and she goes, yeah, Teddy told me to tell you 5:15, but they're actually coming at 5:30. And I said, good.
Right.
Good. And your plan worked exactly as you expected it to.
Honestly, but sometimes when it comes to me, there have been times where you have been on time, where I'm legitimately like, oh, I was planning on 1:45.
You were planning on me being late.
That's exactly.
You don't know what to do when I'm punctual.
No, I get thrown off.
And I've been punctual the last 4 times.
You have,
and now you don't know what to do.
No, it's honestly spooky.
See, I went to therapy and I'm sometimes on time now, and it's ruining everyone else's life. Because they've gotten used to me just being late. And that's why you shouldn't change your ways.
No, you should always be who you were born to be.
And if that's chronically late,
bitch who can order Subin photo cards by year and make a consistently delicious sheet pan meal. That's you.
There was a game we used to play growing up at the Wednesday night church youth group stuff, and we would play it at camp sometimes.
Okay.
Called Name That Tune. Very popular game where someone plays a
you
snippet of a song. Yeah, when I was in high school, we would play it at PF, which is the Wednesday night youth group time.
Okay.
And people would literally argue over who got to have me on their team. It was the only time I was cool, popular, and in demand, but I remember it. Because there was me, and there was a guy who later went on to be a DJ in Milwaukee, and people would argue over me and Dylan and who got to have us on their team. Because we were not allowed to be on the same team.
That's really good.
So I was competing with a guy who listens to almost exclusively house music.
To not be allowed on someone's team feels like such a flex.
Sick.
Oh, we can't be on the same team. Oh.
And they would argue over who got to have me on the team, and my team would pretty much win every time because I listened to so much music.
So that's event number 4 for you.
So yeah, but I think now it might have to be K-pop because I don't listen to a lot of mainstream pop radio music anymore. I used to listen to it a lot, so I knew all that.
I think K-pop would really put you in I feel like that would be really good.
Especially if it's boy groups. If it includes any of the people I listen to, it's over for everyone else.
K-pop boy groups, 2016 through 2022.
2016 to 2023 even.
2023. That's really good. That's event number 4 for you.
Yeah.
I think that'll put you in.
That would put me. I would.
Do you think you'd be top 100 or top 10 at that point?
I don't know.
Number 1.
We'd have to see.
You think number 1 at that point? If
no,
those
surely
are the 4
there's
events,
some
or do you need another?
Do you
need a 5? Do you need a 5th event? Well, can they make a sheet pan meal? That's the question.
Because gay people can't cook except for me. Yeah, I don't know.
We ate
No,
a delicious dinner last night.
Gay people can cook.
It was so good.
They just can't drive, and that's okay.
Rip. It's terrible.
I don't know.
Okay, well, if you can't think, I feel like you're already in the top 10.
Perhaps, yeah. Those are
you
all
could do
skills.
flip cup.
I'm really good
Add
at
flip cup in there. I feel like
cup, rage cage, whatever
right.
people call
I feel
it.
like adding in boom cup would automatically put you in top 5 with
cup,
the demographic. With the demographic that knows that many 2016 through 2023 boy K-pop group songs off the first 5 seconds.
Well, you said it was 100 random people.
No, I didn't.
You said I was competing with Bailey on the Subin photo cards.
No, I did not.
Yeah, you did. You said I did not say it was Bailey.
I said in the world. So of course, Bailey's
one
of the top. I'm one of the competitors. Bailey is one of the competitors. Everyone is one of the competitors. That's the thing.
Out of everyone on the top 100 in the world.
Yes, that's the whole thing.
I'm not crushing the sheep pan thing then. I'm fucked.
No, but it doesn't matter because it's a decathlon. All of these things get averaged.
I guess.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
That's the whole thing.
Finding items at the thrift store that I actually want for me, and then when I try them on, they don't fit, and then I give them to someone who it then fits perfectly, and they get to have it. That I would crush, because every goddamn day of my life, I shop for myself, nothing, a t-shirt with a dolphin on it works out, and then I get to give 7 perfectly curated items to Annie. Next. And Annie puts them on and wears them. Or
Annie
I give them to you, and you put them on and you buy them.
Annie looks so
or I give them to Curtis. It doesn't matter. It's really everyone except for me.
I love that. You know what you should be?
I'm the Gandhi of thrift
fucking,
shopping. I'd be giving to everyone.
You should be a Depop curator. I know, that's kind of soulless, though.
It's so much fucking work.
It is a lot of work, though.
I could be a stylist. I get people pay me to be like, what do I wear? I'm like, wear this. And I'm like, okay, thanks.
You'd be good at that. I feel like my mom would enjoy that. You should come shopping with my mom and I.
Style your mom. I mean, sure.
She would love it.
Why not?
Sometimes I feel like she needs to just get that confidence that she can wear fun things.
Real.
I feel like that's... Any woman over 40 listening to this, wear that romper.
I feel like women especially get scared to take risks because they don't want their age to be perceived, so they dress the way they think they should dress for their age.
Which
and then they just feel lifeless.
Right,
sad.
And that makes you feel sad.
And it's like, girl,
wear the things you want to wear.
Wear the thing you want to wear. Nobody fucking
Which could be boring as fuck.
It could be. You want to look like
I don't care.
You shopped J. Crew off the rack and put
if that's what you love,
then go off.
Go. But if you're only buying it because you think that's what you should buy and wear.
But if you're sad, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Get crazy with it.
Get crazy. Go crazy.
Real.
Go crazy.
Hey, you know what next weekend is?
Second week of the Dane County Farmers Market.
420.
What day?
And it's the super extreme 420 because backwards and forwards it's 42024.
My mom is coming to visit that.
Why did you do that?
I don't because she's lovely.
She wants to celebrate 420.
No.
Probably not. It's 420-2024, 420-2024. It's the palindrome 420.
That is really fun.
It's so special.
I really love that for us.
So yeah, big holiday.
What do you mean by stealth mission at work?
Oh, I did a stealth mission at work. So
I don't know what the fuck
my friend, this guy I work with named Nico, he got me, we worked together a couple months ago, and he put me on this band that he really likes, because we play music for each other in the truck. It's very wholesome. We're like, wholesome. Oh my god, let's talk about music, whatever. So he played this band, it's his favorite band, called Sloth Rust, highly recommend, they're really good. And I was like, damn, this shit bumps. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, that's cool. And then we kept sharing music, whatever. And then a couple weeks, I kept listening to them after. And then a couple weeks later, I got a notification that they were coming to town for a concert. So I texted him, like, dude, they're coming to, like, high noon or whatever, like, you should go. And then he's like, oh my god, I have to go. It's my favorite band. I'm totally going to go. And I was like, great. I might also go. So Ari and I are going.
Whoa.
And so we both, like, asked a scheduling guy, like, tried to make our schedules work so that we could go to the concert, whatever. And then he texted me, like, a couple days ago, and he's like, Tom fucked up my schedule. He put me in Lake Mills on a 24. So I literally won't be able to go.
What?
And the shift I saw him last a couple weeks ago, he was like, yeah, life's been horrible. It's the only thing I've been looking forward to. Like, work just isn't going well. Like, this, and this. All these things are, like, whatever. So, like, I'm just really looking forward to this. And then he texted me, and I was like, why don't you call and, like, ask if it can be, like, if he can help you. And he's like, no, I should have noticed it when they posted the schedule a week ago. Like, it's my fault. It's too late. I don't want to, like, be a burden, blah, blah, blah. Like, didn't phrase it like that, but that was the vibe.
That was the vibe. No, I understand.
And so the other day, we were at Station 1 just dropping some stuff off. And I was talking to Amanda, one of our managers, and I just casually was like, hypothetically, if I told you that this is why he wanted to work until this time on this day, what would you do about it? And she was like, oh, well, what happened? And I was like, well, there's this concert, it's his favorite band, and he's really been looking forward to it. And she was like, oh. And so she, like, texted someone else and was like, hey, can you switch with him on this day? And he was like, yeah, for sure. So she sorted it all out.
How sweet.
And I was like, you don't have to tell him it was like, don't tell him it was me. Like I was never here. Whatever. Like if it works out, great, and if not, like it's worth a shot. He just didn't want to ask for himself.
Yeah.
But I know he cares about this.
That's
so I'm asking.
sweet.
I'm being annoying and asking on his behalf. She was like, oh no, that's fine. She texted me the other day and was like, just wanted you to know it all got worked out. I didn't tell Nico it was you, but he said that you were the only person who would know. And I was like, well, I hope he's not mad at me. So I tried to stealth.
I understand though. Sometimes I understand the difficulty in that type of situation, for sure.
I would just ask. I would just ask because they can always say no.
No, I'm not
it's
saying.
fine.
I'm saying the difficulty on you in that situation because this is like your friend or
I don't want to overstep. But also I want them to like value themselves a little. I'm like, hey,
but you can't.
it's
You
okay
can't
to want
make them.
things.
You can't make them value themselves or anything like that. And I've learned that the hard way. But what's really difficult in that situation is like. You don't want to be perceived as someone that like doesn't think they can do things for themselves.
No, it wasn't that.
It was right.
I know that he cared about it, and I wanted him to be happy. That's really it.
Right, and it's you want that to be the message, but sometimes it just does not get translated like that. So I hope
it goes well. I hope it goes well too. At the concert.
I think it will
probably be fine.
I think he's really happy about
it
because it seemed like that was something that he was like
so
forward
bummed,
to.
and I was like, bro, and I was still gonna go, and I was like, that. Just ask, like you deserve things.
But it's like God.
He works.
Can we
so
talk about
hard.
that? Sometimes giving people suggestions is like fucking worst. When you're like, I know that this will be fine. I know this because I've experienced this thing. I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be fine.
And
you can't make anyone listen to you.
Oh my God, I know. No, because I know.
You really can't.
And there's
you really cannot.
Yeah.
You're like. They're like, oh, this thing, it's like really been bothering me. Oh my God. But we're kind of at fault there as well at the same time because a lot of the times people just want to rant.
Yeah, I think it's hard to let people just rant.
It is.
Because I want to help them.
Yeah.
Because I feel I need to serve everyone. I'm like, I need to help you in some way.
Sometimes that's perceived as being
a people pleaser?
Yes, but it's also not seen as being empathetic. It's seen as being... What's the other thing?
Apathetic?
No, not apathetic.
I think it's like empathy to a fault.
No,
like, it's
not
like, no,
empathy.
I just want you to...
It's not pity, it's
sympathy.
Sympathy. Thank you. People don't want to... Some people don't want the
They
sympathy.
don't want the sympathy. They want you to also be mad.
Yeah.
And sometimes I don't have the energy.
But sometimes, yeah, you don't have energy.
And then I feel bad because I'm just like, yeah, that does suck. Like, what am I going to... Like, you know, like I don't know.
Sometimes it doesn't feel very.
Because they don't want you to comfort them,
no.
and they don't want your advice.
No.
And then I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do? Commiserate and make us like continue fester the bad feeling?
It's like
I don't think that's healthy.
It does suck when you're like, oh, I have been there. I do know what a solution is here, but I'm not supposed to say it. But also, do you even know about it?
Real,
right? So
no.
It's a hard balance between like being like, you know, you can rant to me, you can rave. I understand that you just need someone to be there. Between that. And like being like, hey, please do something, or else I can't really talk to you anymore. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
There's a hard balance there.
Do you feel uncomfortable when people give you their sympathy for things? Like, like, do you ever? I don't know how to phrase it. I feel like I don't reach
out to people enough.
Yeah, I don't think I reach out to people. I think I just do everything internally because then when I reach out to people, I feel uncomfortable.
Oh yeah.
For some reason, which is weird because I don't feel bad when other people come to me,
right,
and are like, "Yeah, give me advice, whatever." Like I have a couple people that I talk to stuff about, and like not that many.
Right. And
then other people are like, "Oh, you just went through this thing by yourself," and I'm like, "Yeah."
I do have people in my life.
That's why I'm telling you about it.
That they will tell 30 people about something annoying that happened or something bad that happened. Or something that they have no idea how to handle something. And I'm like, oh, and I'm the 30th person that has heard about this?
See, I do that when it's, like, something very, like, mundane.
And the example that I'm giving is not mundane. The example, I'm talking about, like...
They're seeking deep, life-changing advice
and
from 30 people about their divorce.
It's like, what are we doing at this point? See, that's not really where we're at. I feel like if something, like, deeply personal to me, I'm like, all right, this is between me and my therapist and Quora. And Quora needs to actually not be a part of that. It's actually probably the most deeply toxic place. Why am I trying to get advice from a 45-year-old man? It's almost like at this point in my life, I'm like...
Who's Quora?
Quora? You've never been on Quora before?
Oh, Quora, Quora. You're on Quora.
It's a terrible place to be.
No. Oh wait.
It's a terrible place
Can
to
I
be.
put you on something?
What?
Have you been Googling life questions you have and adding Reddit?
Of course.
Good, because fuck Quora. You don't need her.
No, but
you
Quora,
need
Quora
your weird obscure question and then Reddit.
Quora will, but Reddit also is bullshit. Reddit and Quora are also bullshit. Where
well,
you're
it's just anecdotal, but sometimes I need that.
I know what you mean. Where you're like, sometimes I don't know how to handle a social situation at all.
Someone's been through this, surely. And if I can find a Reddit post about it, I can get the advice I need, and I don't have to, pass through this very, very
it's crazy.
thick layer of friction to get to a person in my actual life to ask about
That's
it.
what I'm saying.
It's so uncomfortable for me.
Because it's like, I don't even want to be in this position. I don't want to be in this position. I don't know if anyone wants to be in this position. I don't even want to talk about the fact that
I don't even want to think about how it's happening to me. I want to read about what's happening to someone else. And then I go, that's crazy. That's how it worked out for them. And then do it myself, but not have to, process.
Yeah. Well, I will at therapy.
Well, yeah. You worry
with
about
a safe space.
You worry about that
and
later.
she can't talk to anyone about it.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah,
no.
I've done that a lot. I've Googled some things, especially, yeah. It's crazy. One time I got too high and I got really nervous, and then I was freaking out, and then I was like, no, I know what to do. So I Googled too high Reddit, and I read through a post where 3 people in the comments were like, dude, this is what happened to me. Here's what I did. Honestly, you're already this high, so just enjoy it.
And you were like, right on.
And they were like, really be any louder if you could.
No.
Anyways, and I Googled it because I was like, I don't know what to do, but this I knew it would comfort me.
Yeah.
And so I was reading, and one of them was like, "You're already this high, you might as well."
You're literally seeking sympathy from Reddit.
Just put on, just put on a YouTube video or listen to some music and just chill. It's empathy, okay. Yeah. You're not gonna die. You're gonna be fine.
That's so fun.
And I was like, they're
helps.
right. And I just needed an external person to tell me that, but I was too embarrassed to text any of my friends.
I totally get that.
So I was like, I'll just let r/trees some guy tell me that I'll be fine.
Also, relationship issues, sometimes I'm like, is this even allowed to talk about this with another person in my life?
No, this is so real. No, because it probably is. We should just have a sesh sometime and figure out what's going on.
Because I'm like, I feel like I'm taboo. Betraying someone sometimes.
It feels taboo because you're like, well, I like this person, and this is it feels objectively bad to talk about a struggle you're having with your relationship.
With
it feels
with anyone,
like a knock
with
on
friendship
them.
or a romantic relationship, right?
It feels like you're talking shit about them, but you're not. You're just talking about something that happened,
right?
And then you're like, well, I don't want people to see them differently. Okay,
exactly.
Who cares? That's not my problem.
Exactly.
So maybe it is fine to talk about stuff.
I don't know. I think I've asked my therapist about this before because it has bit me in my ass before in the weirdest way, where I was talking about my romantic relationship with my mom. And
I don't talk about my relationship.
Did I tell you what happened?
No, I'm so scared.
So I wasn't even really talking. It wasn't even anything bad. So thank God it wasn't anything bad. But I was like, yeah, I think he was away at something. I'm like, I'm really sad that he's away. Blah blah blah. And I was really pissed off at my mom at this point because she was pushing this thing that I didn't want to do, and she was like, you should do it. I'm like, I don't want to do it. And so I kind of went upstairs, and this is when I was visiting home, and I was like, God, you're just being a lot. So I went upstairs, just needed to cool down, and I was gonna come down in a bit, but I get a text from my boyfriend Bailey, and he was like, hey, just wanted to let you know your mom texted me. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, she texted me about how you're mad at her, and don't be mad if Emma's acting weird because she's mad at me, not you. And I'm like, what the So I went downstairs with the fucking text in my hand, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Block his number now. Block his number now. Delete it off your phone. What the fuck is this? Because what? Real. That is so crazy to actively intervene. That's what genuinely one of the things that I'm scared of, because my parents had no boundaries as a kid. You'd be like, please don't say anything about this. They would immediately.
We're kind of similar in that way.
and so I feel like sometimes we're like, oh, maybe I should kind of rant, or not even rant, but ask for advice, rant, whatever, with a friend about X relationship. Could be with a friend, could be with whatever. And I'm like, is this person gonna fucking say something? Is this person gonna say? And I genuinely trust my friends. I trust you, but it's still that little nagging. Where it's a combination of that.
When you're a kid, right? That one maybe never really is.
Right,
Like,
and
you're
I
a little
wasn't even a
sensitive
kid
about
though.
it.
I wasn't even a kid when that shit happened.
Yeah,
I was like 21 years old. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
that
damn.
I don't love for you.
I think, well, it didn't happen again because she don't have his
Good.
number.
Good for you.
No, but I feel like sometimes people get the audacity where they're like, I can't intervene here, and it's like that goes like 3 steps past just being like, maybe you should do this,
Yeah.
right? Like maybe you should do this is like, you know, maybe not always in best taste, but like going out of your way to reach out to the other person there. Hey, don't do that. That's my piece of advice. Don't do
Don't
that.
do that.
Ever.
Just don't.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That
Crazy
yeah.
shit. Okay.
God damn.
Mind your business.
Real though.
Reach out to people you care about.
Or don't.
Or
if you're
don't,
like
I
us.
guess. Don't go on Quora.
Go on
Reddit's
Reddit.
better.
Reddit can help you.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
We never finished your decathlon of skills.
It's fine. We can pick
We'll do
that
that
up
next week. That can be our icebreaker.
Yeah, because we never really got to mine. We were only talking
No.
about yours, and you were already in top 10 at skill number 5. I can
See.
guarantee it.
We'll see about that. As if it's gonna happen.
There are so many things stacked on top of each other. We'll
the
see.
sheet pan.
Well,
The K-pop music.
I'll put it
quiz.
together. Should we do that at our next family dinner? We should do try to do a decathlon of random skills like that.
Oh god, that's so much work.
Reading smut. Me and Sadie would be battling it out for number 1 position.
Yeah. Yeah, no one else would be on that list.
No one would even attempt it. No one would attempt
Nobody
it.
else would be on that list. Definitely not me. Definitely not Annie.
Definitely not.
Well, thanks
Okay.
for coming back for another week. We'll see you next week. Hopefully it's nice again.
I think it will.
Maybe.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.